truly blessed to have such a beautiful and wonderful place in which to worship. And I did tell Reverend Kathy I'm going to keep it short and sweet. But as I was reading through the memory book, one phrase really struck me. Susan Custer Darby wrote this sentence, and I want to read it. I hope there's love and care of equal size to keep it standing tall and strong for families to come. And that's my hope too. And I want to challenge everybody here tonight to continue that fight and to support the church and our work, and so that we have it 100 years from now. Thank you.
Thank you, Hazel and Carol, for this wonderful system that is really getting a workout tonight. Thank you. This is it's a sweet time, this opportunity that I have at this moment, but it's bittersweet because we're going to miss our senior acolyte, Philip Falchetti, so much. Please come up, Philip. Come on this side a little bit. Okay. Just right here.
Wait. If you're going to do it that way, I got to be over here.
Okay. Yeah, he's helping me stand. Okay. As you all know, who have worshipped here, how old were you when you started acolyting?
How old was I?
About 8. So for about the last 8 years, faithfully acolyting week after week after week after week, except those few Boy Scout outings and baseball occasionally or vacation, but there have been few, faithfully acolyting. I'm so proud of Philip, and I had the opportunity to be at the awarding of his Eagle Scout this year, which we're so proud of him for that great accomplishment. And also, he is getting ready to go to college, and he is graduating with honors on June 1st from Sentenial High. And I wanted some way for this congregation to acknowledge in a special way what this parish has gone through over the last 3-4 years, and how Philip and Nathan have shown perseverance. They have been they've been like cornerstones, because everyone has been able to depend that though there might be 20 in the pews, we have acolytes. We have acolytes who are faithfully serving, who are being wonderful witnesses to serving Jesus Christ in the church. So I asked Philip if he would write an essay on what this church has meant to him. I'm not going to read it tonight because I didn't ask his permission and I felt it was personal. But I would like to share that the main thing that really witnessed to him and what this church has meant is the faithful core that remained through the years and kept the doors open. He learned how to, with grace and love, go forward and stay, and to stand, and to keep serving through the hard times and through the good times. And that will serve you well in life, Philip. Because life has hills, great mountains, and it can have valleys. But with faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, we keep going forward and standing. So I have a presentation to you from myself and the vestry and the congregation of a $1,000 scholarship for Philip to help toward his education at Point Park College next year.
Thank you.
Don't leave. I want to share another award that he got. As you know, Philip is very athletic and involved in baseball, basketball. Are those the two major ones?
Yes.
Yeah. How could you go to any more games, huh, Mom and Dad? And this is the Lieutenant Charles Hutchison Memorial Scholar award winner from the banquet that was given. He also got another $1,000 scholarship from the school for writing an essay, but this was a very big surprise also for an athletic scholar award for the school. So Philip, we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
And we want you to remember us as we always will you. And I'd like to introduce your mom and dad right now, Laura and Mike Falchetti. Please briefly stand. Come on. You need a hand. And I'd like for Brother Nathan to stand. Yeah, come on. There you go. He's been right in that faithfulness, and he's going to be here in just a few years. Thank you, Philip. There you go. I'll let you keep that. Now I'd like to open the mic. I'm sorry we don't have a roving mic, but for anybody who would like to, I'm going back down. Sorry. For anybody who would like to share any memories, this is an open mic time. And don't be shy. If there's any particular memory of St. Paul's or a funny story or anything that you would like to share, please come forward or just stand and speak loudly where you are.
I have to say something.
Well, go for it.
I just wanted to apologize to any of the people who used to be in the congregation when I was in the angel choir. And I would stand in the middle of the aisle and scream until my mother took me up into the big choir with her because I missed her so much that I couldn't stand to be separated for that long a time. And that all of you, I think, growing up with the three of us as preacher's kids and how bad Tommy was and how but you did catch that guy one time that was breaking into the church, didn't he? He caught him by the organ or something up by the... No, that's what
I don't remember that.
No, remember the guy that broke into the sacrament, you came to the church that one time and somebody was breaking in, and anyway, that was another story, but that you all have been a huge constant in all three of our lives as our church family growing up with some of you who are much older, like Margie Milligan, and how she babysat for us, and I screamed then too, didn't I? and Tommy would hide her shoes in the tree, and, you know, but she's still our friend. But that we came here when we were when I was 18 months old when we moved up here, and being a small town, apparently when we first got here, we all had these seatbelt harnesses because there weren't seatbelts in cars a lot then, I guess.
That's what they
and we
told
all
us.
wore these harnesses so we'd be safe. And the first rumor about us was that the Butler kids were so bad that they had to be on leashes. And we pretty much lived up to that later. But that we've I've moved to Freeport and teach there, but I still have my friends here, and it's a small town, and we all know each other. We all grew up together, and a lot of us have stayed in the area. But that when I think of where my roots are, they're here, and with Laura Lewis and Mary and all the people who, Kathy Money and the Monies, and how we all live near each other, and that this is the kind of a place that you could always come here. And at least growing up, I remember there was always something going on at church. And hopefully, as we get older, not that we're not already older, but we're the age now that our family was, and hopefully, I'm trying to wrap it up, Benjamin. Okay.
He told me to.
Anyway, but that I thank you all for being in my life as such a constant. When the church has changed so much, but there have been people who have always been there in all three of our lives as long as I can remember. So, sorry about the screaming in the angel choir, and they're good memories there. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
What? Go ahead, hon.
Anyone else? Don't be shy. No one?
I don't listen to them.
Well, Dirk. Yay.
Never has.
Very briefly, I am a big fan of history, and I appreciate being in a part of the country that's very much the same way. To illustrate, I live in Templeton. I've been there for 16 years. I bought it from a gentleman who had it 7 years before me, who bought it from another gentleman who had it 7 years before him. Before that, it was owned by a family called Barrett's. When I describe where I live, it invariably comes back to, oh, you're at the Barrett's place. 30 years ago, so I know where I stand in the great scheme of things. I'm in an area that appreciates longevity, that appreciates that kind of tie to the past. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate being part of this family. I attend St. John's. I remember my very first experience with Saint Pauls was actually about 13 years ago. I came here to play for a funeral because that was my first time ever inside the building, first time ever on the organ bench. And as Jane said, it made an impression. There's no two ways about that. So the opportunity, and I don't say this anywhere near often enough as I should, it really is a privilege for me to be able to be here, to spend time with this group of people, to be able to serve in my small way. I have more than appreciated the welcome, appreciated the support. It's a good thing, and I am very happy to be here. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dirk. We're so thankful for you.
I'll say something.
Oh, yay.
I remember as a child, we always had the church picnics. Does everybody remember those? I hope so. I'm not the only one, but they were always so much fun. And going to Sunday school. And what really prompted me to get up was reading this. And because I read it, and then Amy, and then Ann, we all saw the same thing. The pink frosted animal cookies. That was like everybody, we had them every Sunday, and you look forward to those animal cookies. And it's just something that always stuck in my mind. And I read it, it's like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought of those in years. But Amy doesn't have a request. If anybody knows where to get them, she would like them. But yeah, I mean, the big ones, yeah, not the little. Yeah, just all the people who are no longer with us, I mean, especially Hilda Quinn. I remember times when Mom was working and Dad was out running the dogs, as he liked to do. Hilda would always stop by our house and bring us down to church and Sunday school. So it was, we were here a lot. We grew up here. So it's just memories that I have. So thanks.
Thank you, Carol. I saw a lot of people nodding heads. Anyone else? Just know some of you are holding so many wonderful things. Marge? Well, I give thanks for all the memories that I get to hear on a regular basis through the week, with meeting people, being with them, sharing lives, walking with each other, and then on Sunday morning in fellowship in here. A lot of memories get shared from the past and the more recent past, but from the past. And I tell you, I find out about another family connection on a weekly basis. You know, someone is related to somebody, and it's really helped me connect the dots here to a strong family system in Katanning and in Armstrong County. If there's no one else, this is the time for, oh, Rick, yay, come on. I knew if I talked long enough.
Sitting there thinking I have to say something my mother wouldn't appreciate it if I did. But there are just so many memories of this building and some of the people in this room.